when she was due, so that would have been a really annoying. She's not due till Monday. Oh, was it right after the process? Please put that book down. Okay, but it kind of got pushed in. Did everything go well? Can you put that to
Michelle, are you ready?
sister? I'll get that to make time.
How are you? Come on in and have a seat.
To see you, Millie Mills.
Janaya, if you see that we may need a couple more chairs, can you grab them? They're probably in this one. Okay, my buddies and my friends, we can get started. We just have a couple housekeeping rules, okay? Since we're inside, I want to tell you that there are bathrooms up here. They are round to the right, okay? So that's on the bathroom. And my dear parents, I want to tell you that if you can keep your conversations to a minimum with each other, because we have that fancy song, and it picks up all of your conversations. And everyone who is listening in will know exactly who and what you are talking about. Because if they cannot hear it, it is wonderful. It gets closed caption. So if you don't want to make enemies, and you don't want anyone to know your business, and you want to be respectful to all, we keep our conversations down. Because we're here for the kids, we want them to hear the story. And after we finish, then we have time to chat when Miss Shelley puts someone away. But that's how it follows a conversation. So whenever it hears it, it spins around and talk is in on the conversation. So we're reading stories today about family and friends. And we have a lot of family and friends. I'm glad all my friends came to see me inside today because it was pretty hot outside. And when Miss Shelley and I looked at the temperature on Sunday, we decided to keep everyone safe, my family and my friends safe, that we would have to bring our programs inside for the week. We'll see what next week brings, okay? But it was just too warm outside. So, raise your hand if you have a good friend. If you have more than one, you can raise both of them. You should have more. That is wonderful. Put those hands up in the air. Good job. Put your hands down. And we know our friends very well. Will we do anything to make our friends sad? No, we wouldn't do anything to make our friends sad. So our friends here today, okay, and we're going to talk about those, okay? We'll talk about those. But if we want to make sure that our friends can hear the stories too, so we wouldn't do anything to make them sad. Oh, I can stay up here all day today because we have lots of fun stories about our friends. And guess what? All of them are my favorites. It's so hard to decide. But today I want to read, I think I want to read this one. It's called My Best Friend. My best friend. So that means this must be the person that you want to do all your fun things with. Your best friend. My best friend, my pet Hudgens. And she writes some really good stories. We like her stories. I can tell that one friend is older than the other friend. Can you tell that? Yeah. Because one friend is riding a bicycle with how many wheels? Two wheels. And then she's riding a bicycle with how many wheels? Three. She must be the younger friend. Okay. So let's see. Our friends can be of different ages. I like that. My best friend is coming to spend the night. I'm glad she's my best friend. My best friend knows how to run faster and climb higher and jump farther than anyone. I'm glad she's my best friend. My best friend can eat spaghetti with a fork and doesn't drop any on the table. Whoa, look at her. And, but she hasn't quite conquered that yet, has she? That foot twirl thing, no. My best friend knows how to paint good pictures and doesn't get finger marks on the paper. My best friend knows how to untie her shoelaces.
I know that.
Me too. You probably make a good friend then. And how to do up the buttons on her pajamas. My best friend knows how to read. I'm glad she's my best friend. Oh, that's just perfect. Beautiful. My best friend thinks there's something in the room, but I know there isn't. Wait a minute, what is this?
A curtain.
A curtain. I think it's a curtain. Let's see. I know it's only the wind blowing the curtains. And I know if I close the window, the curtains won't blow. I'm glad you're my best friend, said my best friend.
What about the best
The end. Oh my goodness, you know what? That older best friend could do a lot of things, right? But I think she was a little frightened when the wind was blowing the curtain. And then, look, the younger best friend knew it was just a curtain. And she closed it to make the older friend feel much better. I like that story. Oh, that was a great story. That was my best friend. Woohoo! Now, our next story, you know what? I think I need a chair for this story. Just to put my planner board on. And Miss Janaya, can you help me? Now, this story is about sharing
And caring.
and caring. You're right.
Love.
Now,
Love.
my goodness. Those are two friends. Or maybe they're siblings. But this story is all about friends. Good morning. Do you? Okay, so don't tell the secret at the end, okay? Don't tell a surprise. Oh, you're going to find out because I'm going to read the book. The doorbell rang. Now, I need your help with this, okay? Can you say ding dong? Ding dong. Okay, let's practice that again. You ready? Ding dong. Because in this story, the doorbell is going to ring. And when I say the doorbell rang, I'm going to need you to say ding dong. Now, this story also has family and friends in it, but it has one of my other favorite things in it. It has just not any old cookies. What kind of cookies are these? Oh, the best cookie in the whole wide world after Oreos. These are delicious. Well, and I would love to have like all of these cookies. It's not that many. It's only 12. Only 12. I would like to have these cookies. But let's see. I'm going to hand these to Janaya for a moment. And the doorbell rang. Look, Mama made a whole tray of cookies. Yummy, 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 yummy. I made some cookies for tea, said Mom. Good, said Victoria and Sam. We're starving. Share them between yourselves, said Mom. I made plenty. That's 6 each. Each one gets 6, said Sam and Victoria. They look as good as Grandma, said Victoria. And they smell as good as Grandma, said Sam. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Mom, as the doorbell rang. Ding dong. Oh, wait a minute, the doorbell's ringing, but we each have 6 cookies. That's exciting. Let's see. It was Tom and Hannah from next door. Tom and Hannah. Come in, said Mom. You can share the cookies. Oh, did I hear? That's 3 each, said Sam and Victoria. They smell as good as Grandma, said Tom. And they look as good, said Hannah. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Mom, as the doorbell rang. Ding dong. Wait a minute. We had 3 cookies each. It was Peter and his little brother. Oh, Peter and his little brother. Come in, said Mom. You can share the cookies. That's 2 each, said Victoria and Sam. They look as good as your grandma, said Peter. And smell as good. Nobody makes cookies like Grandma, said Mom, as the doorbell rang. Ding dong. Now we're down to 2 cookies. We started off with 6. Now we have 2. It was Joy and Simon with their 4 cousins. Come in, said Mom. You can share the cookies. There's Joy and Simon. And then here are their 4 cousins. My goodness. I'll leave you a little moment. Oh. Come in, said Mom. You can share the cookies. That's 1 each, said Sam and Victoria. They smell as good as your grandma, said Joy. And look as good, said Simon. No one makes cookies like Grandma, said Mom, as the doorbell rang. Ding dong. Wait a minute. The doorbell rang again. Ding dong. Wait a minute. No. How many cookies do we each have? 1. And if the doorbell is ringing, you think it's more friends? Yeah. How are we going to share our 1 cookie? How can we share our 1 cookie? You can split it in half. Now, it's not like having 6 cookies, but a half a cookie. We'll do. Let's sing. Oh dear, said Mom, as the children stared at the cookies on their plate. Perhaps you better eat them before we open the door. We'll wait, said Sam. Oh, Sam said they're going to wait. That's nice. Oh my goodness, it was Grandma with an enormous tray of cookies. Oh. How nice to have so many friends to share them with, said Grandma. It's a good thing I made a lot. And no one makes cookies like Grandma, said Mom, as the doorbell rang. Ding dong. The end. Oh my goodness, that was a fun story. Yeah, man, that's what I thought too. After the first two came in, that was a lot for me. So, thank you, Jemima. We're going to read another story that's an old story. And yeah, and this is a book about friends. And they're all new friends, so they didn't know each other, but they all had to come together for a project, which made them friendly. And it's called Some Friends to Feed. And our older family members here probably know it as Stone Soup. But it's called Some Friends to Feed. We like this version of it. It's a little bit of singing in here, so I beg your pardon early. But that's not what I am. Some Friends to Feed. So you ready for it? You have your listening ears on because it's a little longer story. You ready? A long, long time ago, there was a war. And after the war, there was a famine. That means there wasn't enough food for everyone. Imagine that. Not eating for one day. Imagine not eating for 3 days. Well, early one morning, a soldier making his way home came to a small village, and he had to eat in 5 days. He asked for some food at the first house he saw. You're hungry, said the farmer's wife. This whole village is hungry. Soldiers have robbed us of everything and slam. Food, growled the blacksmith. We're so hungry, we're eating grass. Only animals eat grass, said the soldier. Well, we can't very well eat stones, can we? The soldier walked away hungry, but the blacksmith had given him an idea. At the village, the soldier asked, who wants to make some stone soup? The villagers thought he was joking, a soup from stones. Of course, said the soldier, stone soup is delicious. Until the stones break your teeth near the woman washing clothes. Wait a minute, have you guys had stone soup before? Never. Me either. But the children were curious. How do you make stone soup? The youngest girl asked. First, we need the biggest pot you can find, said the soldier. And together, the children rolled out a huge pot. What does stone soup taste like? The youngest boy asked. That depends, said the soldier. What kind of stones do you have around here? The children dashed off and came back with some stones. This one is too bumpy, said the soldier. And this one is too long and thin, but these smooth, rounded stones are perfect. Playing tricks on the children, grumbled the farmer. The children filled the pot with water, and the soldier built a fire, and he washed the stones and added them one at a time. This stone looks particularly tasty, he said, and he started singing a little song. Stone soup is what you need when you have some friends to feed. Step right up with what you got. Add your stones to the big soup pot. When the water came to a boil, the soldier tasted the soup. He said. Is it ready? Asked the children. Not quite yet, said the soldier. It needs a little salt. Ridiculous, shouted the grown-ups. But the blacksmith's little girl said, we don't have much, but our family could spare a little salt. Stone soup is what you need when you have some friends to feed. Step right up with what you got. Add your salt to the big soup pot. This is going to be some excellent stone soup, said the soldier. But it would be even better with a bone or two. We don't have much, said the farmer's son, but I do know where I can get a few bones. And he ran home and came back with some. And all the children said, stone soup is what you need when you have some friends to feed. Step right up with what you got. Add your bones to the big soup pot. Said the soldier. Delicious. Is it ready? Asked the children. Not quite yet, said the soldier. It needs a few onions or potatoes. My family has a few onions, said the washerwoman's son, and I could get some potatoes, said the mason's daughter. Stone soup is what you need when you have some friends to feed. Step right up with what you got. Add it all to the big soup. Each time the children asked if the soup was ready, the soldier would taste it and say, not quite yet. It would be even better with a few carrots. It would be even better with a few beans. But wait a minute. This sounds like another soup that I'm familiar with. Does it sound like the soup that you're familiar with? Let's see. The smell of the soup spread through the whole village, and even the grown-ups wanted a taste. The soldier knew he could not hold them off any longer. He smacked his lips. It's the best stone soup ever. Everybody, get your bowls and spoons. We made plenty, smiled the children, and the whole hungry village shared stone soup. Stone soup is what you need when you have some friends to feed. Step right up with what you got. Add your stones, salt and bones, onions, potatoes, ripe tomatoes, carrot, beans, turnip greens. Add it all to the big soup pot. I never thought stones would taste so good. Oh, but wait a minute. If you put stones in a big bucket of water, do the stones stay on the top or do they float to the bottom?
No, they sink to the bottom.
They sink to the bottom. They go to the bottom like they sink to the bottom. So, when he put those stones in that big pot, the stones just sat at the bottom. And then he put all the other vegetables in. And what kind of soup did he make? He made vegetable soup. Yeah, he called it stone soup, but those stones was just sitting there at the bottom. Yeah. Yeah, and they ate the vegetables. They ate everything that was on top. The broth and the vegetables. They did not eat those stones. They certainly did. That was a fun story about friends coming together, doing things together. That was super cool. I like that story. Oh my goodness. Now, we're going to go to the craft tables and we're going to do a little activity, okay? And then I have something for all my friends if your parents would let you have it, okay? So let's go to the craft table. Find a seat. Find a, no stone.